Yes, once again, good morning to all of you. In the previous class, we have seen how to take input to the dynamically. Program dynamically. One way is through command prompt. One way is through command prompt, and whatever the values that you are giving to the Java program during runtime, these this command is going to take by JVM. I mean, whenever you write command called Java command, JVM will take that and it look for the class CSC. If it contains the method public static void main method, and it is going to accept the parameters of array of arguments of array of objects of string class, and it is going to convert this 5 and 3 into string format and explicitly you need to convert them into again an integer format if you want to use again, and these values we will call it as command line arguments. Okay, fine. So this is one way to accept dynamic way of giving input to the Java program from keyboard. There is one more way that we can use the concept of scanner classes. I mean, scanner is a predefined class. Through this class, I can able to read the data from the keyboard. How to read data from keyboard means, as it is a class, first we have to instantiate this class, meaning that once we create a memory for this class, then only we can able to read data from the keyboard. How to instantiate? By creating memory. How we are going to create memory? That you can do by creating an object. Scanner, some reference object, I am calling it as SC, reference object, and through the keyword of new to allocate memory, to instantiate the memory, followed by scanner. So this syntax represents instantiation of a scanner class, and here it is going to take a parameter system.in parameter. It is a kind of object which we are going to pass to the scanner class. It is a kind of an object which we are going to pass to the scanner class. In the previous classes, I have said system is a predefined class. And in is an object. Yes. See, when you write like this, the meaning is you are going to instantiate scanner class by passing an object. That object is system.in object. Okay. So in the further classes, I will explain. The center will call it as a constructor. Okay, for time being, just understood that system is a class and .in is a object. In the previous classes, I said system.out.println. Here, system is a predefined class, out is an object, println is a predefined method. Println is a predefined method. Println in a predefined method, right? There I have shown what are the various kind of things exist in system class, and where we are going to create out object, and where is the methods of println, right? Println and print are exist in a print stream class. Meaning is that here, if you are writing like system.in, in reference input stream, which you are reading from outside. Okay, see guys, for example, let me show something here. I have already set some class path. Path I have already set. Edit. Okay, fine. Let's see. I am in CSC BC folder only. 1 minute. Yes, guys. Let me open Edit Plus. Yes, I have opened Edit Plus, and I am opening the previous classes. Like for example, farea.java, right? Meaning that here it contains. I have written some code. I have written some code in Java programming. There is a one command. There is a one command like Java P. One command called Java P, which is used for to check the profile of source code, to check the profile of that corresponding source code, I mean, to check the profile of source code means that can be a class or that can be an interface. Like for example, to check the profile of something like farea file, then what I can do, I can write like java space f area, sorry, java p space f area, right? So what it has shown, it's shown the profile of f area, meaning that what are the methods exist in f area. So this is what I will explain the further classes. Don't consider this now. And it is going to show only one method, public static void main of it is going to accept the parameters in the form of string array of arguments. Am I right or not? Yes. If I write like java p space, okay, 1 minute. Or else I will take one class. Let me take fstatic.java. Java p space f static. What it is going to show? It is going to show list of all the methods which are present in the f static class. Means it will show its complete profile. Like f static is the constructor that I will explain the next class. Void display method is there. See, from here I am going to void display method is there. Static void show method is there. Void display one method is there. Public static void method is there. Right? Meaning that will simply show complete profile of a particular program. Similarly, if I write java p space java dot util dot scanner. What I said here, this scanner class exists in a package called Java. It contains a sub package. That sub package is util. It contains the classes, scanner classes. So that is the reason whenever I am going to use a scanner class, you must and should have to import that package. That is import java dot, in which package, sub package, util sub package dot, the class is a scanner class. The class is scanner class. So if I write like this, I will enter. See guys, here you got what? Okay, fine. See, I am trying to see the profile of scanner class which is present in util sub package. That util sub package is present in a Java package. See here there is one package called one method called public java.util.scanner class. It is going to accept what parameter? Input stream parameter. Java.io.input parameter, meaning that I need to give an object which is going to give some input. some input. That is the reason I have given here it as a system dot in. System dot in. Okay, and then it will show, it will support various kind of methods. It will support various kind of methods like public boolean has next, public void remove, public return type is string next, public boolean has next line, mm, something like public byte next byte, public byte next byte of int, next has next short. Like this, we'll have various kind of methods. Various kind of methods. Okay. Let me explain what are those methods. What is the use of that? Okay, meaning that once you write this syntax, it is going to make us to instantiate scanner class so that user can able to give input through command prompt, through keyboard, or through command prompt, right? Whatever the thing that we are going to enter through keyboard, that will be entered in only command prompt, right? Yes, fine. And this scanner class supports various kind of methods, like this I have shown, right? Like has something like has next or next, or next byte or something like this. It is going to support, like it will support various kind of methods. Next method is there, next method is there, next line method is there, next int method is there, next float method is there, next double method is there. Like this, we'll have various kind of classes are methods are there. Okay, if I want to access this next method, through which I need to access, can anybody type, through which I need to access? Similarly, we'll have various kind of methods like has next int, has next something like various are there, like has next byte, has next byte, like we'll have like next byte, except like I mean, what I'm saying is next followed by triple x data type, next followed by triple x data, right? So various kind of data types, int, float, double, long, short, byte, all these are going to support by this one. Similarly, start with hash, next followed by various kind of data types. So through which I can able to access? Okay. Through the object of scanner class, I can able to access through the object of scanner class. Sc dot next int, sc dot next line, sc dot next, sc dot next byte, sc dot next triplet. That can be short also. That can be anything. Similarly, if I want to access has next, sc dot next, sc dot has next, sc dot has next byte. So what is the meaning of this one? So if like when you can ask yourself, has next int, meaning that it's a some kind of question mark. It's some kind of question mark, meaning that has next int means, is there any next integer is there? What are the input that user has given? Is there any next integer is there? Like before going to that, we'll go for this sc dot next, meaning that it is going to check for, it is going to read a string. It is going to read a string. It is going to read complete line. It is going to read complete line. It is going to read an integer. It is going to read a float value. It is going to read a double value. It is going to read byte value. Like this, we'll have various kind of method. Meaning that if I want to read a complete line until user enter command, if you want to access that data, we will go for next line method. If you want to use only one string collection of character, then I will go for next. Or else if I want to check for whether user has entered integer or whether user has entered string, or whether user has entered double byte, or whether user has entered double has next double, like this, then I will go for has next triple x methods. Has next triple x method. Okay, let me go for this for some example. For example, Amma, for example, I have a requirement. I need to accept some data from the user in the form of a name, in the form of a name, and I want to access some data, something like it can be some gender, and I want to access age, and I want to access some mobile number, and I want to access something like CGP. Let us assume that name is what, it's a string, or else I am going to add something like uh, about also. I want to get about of that person student name. About means it's a collection of mm, something like name also can be like any combination, right? Something like name can be Jaya Krishna. Jaya Krishna. It's a string or it's collection of strings. Collection of, this is a one string. This is a one string. So this is a string. Let me assume. This is also a string, but this is also a string, but that is a collection of string. So you have to use the method. You have to use the method next line method. Next line method. I will explain with an example. Name is also I have to use the method next line method. Why I will explain. Gender is that can be only either female F or that can be either male. Let us assume that. I mean I need user has to enter either F or male. Or if user enter something like female or male, this is a string, this is a character, this is a character, this is a string, right? If it is a string, I don't have any problem. How can I able to access the string? I can able to access the string using the method next. Similarly, female also I can able to access the method next. Is there any method I have explained here to access a character? No. So to access a particular character, first we have to read the string first. We have to read the string first, that is female or some data. Then in that, so how we are going to access that female or some data? Sc dot next. Sc dot next. In that, if I want to access the first character, then I will write caret of 0. Caret of 0. Or if I want to get the first character, second character, caret of 1, and so on. Mean that there is no specific method they have implemented to accept a character from the keyboard. Character from the keyboard. Similarly, age, assume that it is an integer. Then which method I need to use? I need to use has next int. Mobile number, let us assume that it's a kind of double. Then next double. Next double. Or something, anything long is also sufficient. Similarly, okay, mobile number is it's not floating value, right? So obviously we have to use year long. CGPI will be in the form of points. That can be, I can use a float or a double. Maximum I am taking it as a double. Taking it as double. Okay, fine. Now what my requirement is? What my requirement is? I will write a program. Guys, first tell me, is it okay with you? Is it okay for you to understood? Yes. I'm going to write like F scanner class public static void main. I'm going to remove everything. What my requirement is, I want to read some data from the command prompt. Okay, fine. First, let me save the program. Fscanner.java. Yes, saved successfully. Now my requirement is I want to accept the data from the user. So for that, I need to create an object for the scanner class. Scanner sc equal to, I want to instantiate, right? New scanner of, I need to pass an input stream. That input stream is in the form of system.in. System.in. But make sure that as you are using scanner class, that scanner class is not present in the java.lang package. So I have to import it specifically from the package java.util package. Java.util package. See guys, here I can write like this also. Import java.util dot star also I can write. So what is the meaning of this one? This star can be anything. This star can be anything. If I write specifically, it will display. It will import only the properties of that class. That's it. If I write like util dot star, star means anything. It will include everything, including of scanner. Okay, fine. Yes, I have created an instant. I have instantiated the scanner class. Then what my requirement? I want to read the name of the student. I want to read the name of the student. So what I will do is, I'm going to ask the user, enter your name. I'm going to ask the user, enter your name. Okay, for for user convenience, I am asking. Then to take input from the user, which method I need to use? So name is in the form of a string. Name is in the form of string, or it is a collection of characters. As it is a collection of characters, I have to call method next line method. I have to call the method next line method. See, I will show now what will happen here. Sc dot next line. Okay, I am saving in something string name equal to I am saving something like uh, uh, string name part, string name one equal to, I am writing like string sc dot next. Guys, I will show the difference here. I will show the difference here. What is happening? See, Java C space f scanner dot Java. Scanner dot Java. Is there any errors? Okay, let me print right first to understood for you. I will place only name. I will copy name one. I will copy name one. Guys, see, it is going to get collection of characters until user will enter. It is going to read one word. That's it. It is going to read words. Even though you are entering multiple words, it is going to read only one word. Let me check. See, compile it successfully. One thing I will check, compile successfully. Java space F scanner. Enter your name. Then I am going to enter something like Krupa Shekhar. See what the output you will get. First program will take some time. Okay, fine. Sorry, there is some problem here in the written program. Sorry. The thing here is what I did. Whenever I read, I have written sc dot next line. It is going to take all the characters. With until I entered. Okay. Next, I am going to enter once again Jaya Krishna. See, Krupa Shekhar enter చేసినప్పుడు enter చేశానమ్మా. నెక్స్ట్ జయకృష్ణ ఎంటర్ చేసినది కూడా ఎంటర్ చేస్తాను. సి వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ in the first thing, it is going to take Krupasekar completely. In the second statement, I mean in the next command, it is going to take only single word. It is going to take single word. That is the difference between next line and next. Okay, na? Next line is going to take collection of entire characters, collection of entire strings. Next is going to take only one word. That can be anything. See, once again I will check. I will show. Enter your name. Something like CSC is a good branch in engineering. I entered. It has taken. Next, even though I am entering EC is also good branch. Even though I have entered a huge statement, it is going to take only one word. Until it encoded a space. See, it has taken like CSC is a good branch in engineering. EC only it has taken. Okay. That is the difference between next line and next. Okay, fine. So to accept input from the user, input name from the user, what I have to use? I have to use I have to use only next line, because the name can be a collection of characters. Yes. Now I want to take gender. I want to take gender. So to make gender is what? It's a kind of character. It's a character gender equal to sc dot. Is there any specific method exist directly? No. Sc dot next of, we have to use the method caret of 0. That is the method caret of 0. If I try to print, okay, here I will write completely. Name is sorry, here I am writing like gender is okay. If I try to compile, let's see what will happen. Plus name 1. Where is name 1? Yes, I have. Yes, I am going to use only name, right? Name 1 is I have make it as comments. Okay, now I am going to compile once again. There is no errors. Java space F scanner. Yes, enter your name. My name is Krishna something. If I press enter, it will take up to that. That is the meaning of next line. Yes. Now, even though I am entering female, or even though I am entering male, or some word, what will happen? It is going to read that. Like, for example, must see. If I write like male and if I press enter, what will happen? It is going to read that word. In that word, it is going to print only first character. Let me press enter. See, name I got and gender is M. Now let's check something like my name only. I am entering something, some number. Now tell me what is the answer you will get. What is the answer you will get? You will get 7. Okay, just check. 7. Yes, you got right. Very good. That's it. Okay, fine. So we have read some data. If you want to get second character, you can use that like character of 1, like that you can. Our next requirement is I said right. Next requirement is okay, for name and about we need to use compulsory next line, right? That's it. Or else for about also I am going to take. That is a string name equal string branch equal to sc dot compulsory I need to enter next only. Even though I am entering multiple characters, it is going to read only branches plus branch. You know this one up to here. Yes. Next, I want to take his age. His age. Age in the form of integer. Int age equal to sc dot. What I have to use? I have to use the method next int method. Next int method. Meaning that user has to next enter what? At compulsory it has to enter integer only. Age is plus age. Now check. Okay, fscanner.java, there is no problem. Yes, Java scanner. Enter your name, some name, Jay Krishna. It is going to read. Then, yes, every time you need to ask the user so that it will be better for us, right? Yes. Enter your gender. Enter your branch. Enter your page. Okay. Okay, let me press again. Okay, next I am going to compile once again. Compile successfully. Next, fscanner. Enter your name. My name is Jay Krishna. Enter your gender. Even though I am entering a string, it is going to take only first character. Check in the background mode. Enter your branch. Even though you are saying like computer science and engineering or something, computer science and engineering, what will happen? Now you got an error. Because what the next method is going to understood, once you press space, automatically the next thing it won't consider, and next will be considered for the remaining thing. And now what will happen? Science will be considered for integer, but I have entered for in the form of string, so it will get an error. Input mismatch exception. So that is the reason you have to take care of everything. Once again, I'm going to take the Krishna, gender male, enter your branch. Branch is CSC, enter your age. Now, I'm telling that something like 56 space, something like 67. 56 space, something like 67. Can you guess what is the answer? Your answer is only, it will take only 56 because it is going to identify the next integer, and it won't bother about what are the remaining data. What is the remaining data it is going to guess. It is going to print that. For example, instead of saying that I am pressing a Krishna, gender male, branch CSC, age something like 27. Instead of saying that 27, I am saying that some input I have given. Now tell me the answer. What is the answer? Error. Very good. You will get an error because our program is trying to read an integer, but we are giving an input and string format. So that is the reason you will get an error. Okay, now fine. I hope you understood now. Yes. Okay. Next, I want to read. Next, what I want to read. Sorry. Mobile number. I want to read mobile number. Okay. For that also, I am going to use long, right? If I use integer, it is not enough for that space. Int mobile sc dot. See, guys, if you are getting any confusion over the type of method is going to show, just go for Java P space Java dot util dot scanner class. That's it. I mean, you are using the scanner class, so go for that. It will show everything. From there, you can. Okay, Java dot util dot scanner. Some kind of error. Okay, sorry. You should not give semicolon at the end. Yes. Check here. Long method. Yes. See, long. It is going to return what? Long. Return long. Okay. So you have to use long. Okay. Mobile number is mobile. Let's mobile. I'm going to use CGPA is plus CGPA. I'm going to directly enter my yes. Enter your something. Enter your CGPA. CGPA. It should be. Let us assume that double. Now what is the answer? Will you get an error? Will you get a compile time error or not? You will get compile time error. Why? Because here what I said already. See, next double is a method which is returning what return type? Double return type. But as it is returning double return type, we are trying to store it an integer. So typecasting problem you will get. So that is the reason you have to define it as a double only. So in the next class we'll see typecasting. Double CGP. Okay. Now I will enter. Okay. Fine. Hope it is success. What happened? Yes. See, incompatible types, possibly lossy conversion. So it is going to show that lossy conversion may occur because it is going to return long data type, but we are trying to store it in integer. So we have to make this also long data type. Type conversion problem. Yes. Okay, fine. Java space F scanner. Press enter. Enter your name. Something like Krishna. Enter your gender, male. Enter your branch, CSC. Enter your age, 89. Enter your mobile number, so and so. Okay. Enter your CGPA, 1. Right? We got all the data, right? Yes. This is how we are going to read. Now, for example, I am trying to enter some data. My requirement is from here I am having only complete integer values. Meaning that user will enter some data here, some text format. Enter chestaru. Now after this, user is trying to enter some string values. Even though user is trying to enter some string values, I don't want to get an error. I need to handle that error. Whenever user will enter an integer value, then only I will move for accepting to age, mobile, and CGPA. Can we do that? Yes, we can do that. See how through the methods of has methods, we can check whether it is an integer, whether it is a float, whether it is a string, or all those we can check. Okay, fine. Now what I'm going to is I have read branch through string. After this, if user is trying to enter strings, continuously strings, actually system is going to generate errors. But I don't want to get that. So for that, what I'm going to do, I will check for whether next entered data is an integer data or not. next entered data is an integer data or not. If the next entered data is an integer, I will go for next line. I will go for execute next line. If the next entered data is not a integer, then I will go for again checking, again next checking. So for that, I'm going. So this can be like multiple, right? I'm going to write as next. Access sc dot as next. I mean, I'm giving simple example for to make your understandable. Yes. What will happen here? If the user is see, if after this statement, if the user is trying to enter some string values, it is going to check next int కాదు int కాకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది లూప్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది int కాకపోతే లూప్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది కానీ నువ్వు కర్సర్ ఇక్కడ మూవ్ చేస్తున్నావా దట్ ఈస్ మై క్వశ్చన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ స్ట్రింగ్ గా కాదు చెక్ చేస్తున్నారు ఎస్ స్ట్రింగ్ కాదని అర్థమైంది నెక్స్ట్ మళ్ళీ ఏం చేయాలి మళ్ళీ లూప్ మారాలా లేదా లూప్ నెక్స్ట్ వాడికి వెళ్ళాలా లేదా ఎస్ నెక్స్ట్ వాడికి వెళ్ళాలంటే మనం మళ్ళీ ఏం చేయాలి ఎనీబడి గెస్ we have to make movement of that string something like j equal to sc dot next we have to make move to next string నెక్స్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ మూవ్ అవుతామా ఇలా కంటిన్యూస్ గా ఎన్నిసార్లు అయితే స్ట్రింగ్ వస్తుందో అంత స్ట్రింగ్స్ వరకు మనము మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాం whenever you encountered an integer value then only you will come out of this one. Okay, so here my aim is to check for whether next string or not. If it is a string, I will go for continuously iterating, continuously taking inputs. If it is an integer, then I'll go for taking this. Just check. Let me go for execution. And I'm trying to compile. No errors. I'm going to run. Enter our name. Krishna. Enter our gender, male. Branch CSE. And now, if I press enter, it will ask. Okay, now as I have written something here as an iteration loop, it is not asking anything. If I'm trying to enter something like this, CSC is a good branch, there is no problem. Now if I enter some numerical value, then it will exit the loop and ask for enter your age. See here, it is taking 9 as age and mobile number, some number, CGPA 89. See, got name, gender, single character, branch, age, mobile number, CGPA. Okay, fine. Now what happened here? Here 9 I have, and whatever the 9 that it is taken, it is the previous value it is taken, meaning that this is going to iterate until it encountered a numerical value. Once it encountered numerical value, that value is copied to age. Okay, if you don't want to like that, then I will go for adding here. Okay, now I saved it and again compiling. For compile, run, enter your name, Krishna, gender male, branch, CSC, enter your age. Now if user has done by mistake some string, some CSC, some string he has entered, it won't provide any error. It will iterate until it encountered a numerical value. Yes, enter your age now 9 is taken for that. Enter mobile number, some number, enter our CGPA 78. Yes, got it right. Yes, name, gender, branch, age, mobile, CGPA. It didn't consider all the strings which you entered in between. Okay, I mean here my main intention is I want to show how this has next methods are executing. Has next methods are meant for to check whether next integer is there, next string is there, next byte is there, next double is there. To check those, we will use has next methods. Okay, so this is for today's class.